Hello everyone, this is Gwydion with RPG Frequencies, and I promise this video is not clickbait. I'll get right into it, but the real purpose of this video is to redo or update a video I did several years ago on what was then called OBS.ninja and is now called vdo.ninja. But at the time, it was the best solution that I could find when you're trying to stream audio to your players. There's still a ton of solutions out there today, probably more so for sure than there were back when I did the first video several years ago. But honestly, this is a free solution. Again, no clickbait, completely free solution. And it does entail some other software. Like I'm going to be showing you my implementation with VB Matrix. So it's the same maker as Voicemeeter, VB Audio. I use Matrix now, but you can do this with Voicemeeter. You could perhaps do it with just an audio cable, a virtual audio cable. But if you're looking to stream sounds to players, so to your players over the internet, this is by far the best solution that I've found. So let's jump right into it. So this is the splash screen, and I'll post a link below, but it's just literally vdo.ninja. So I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to show you. I have a split screen right now. And on the left-hand side, we're going to start here. Left-hand side is going to be my screen for the streaming link. So the link where I'm going to be sharing audio to players using Chrome. You can use Firefox. I think it works best in Chrome or Firefox. But this will be left half of my screen will be my push or streaming link, and the right hand side will be the viewing link. And I'm going to use Notepad to show you it's just going to be a little bit easier to see from the perspective of the font size. But oh, sorry, let's see if I can get that smaller. There we go. So I'm going to show each of these links. So we'll start by building up. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to type into the search bar, and I'll post these links as well in the video so you have them. But it's just going to be https://vdo.ninja always push equals. Okay, so that's going to be the link where you're sending your audio. The link that you're going to be giving to your players that they will just click on and open in their browser. And they can do this in mobile, they can do this in their computer browser, doesn't matter. But it's going to be the same https://vdo.ninja and then view equals. Okay. So then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out a room. So you can make this whatever you want, but kind of make it unique, because if you just did like 1, 2, 3, 4, if somebody has the same link, then they could theoretically listen in or kind of hijack your stream. So we're going to say test. I'm just going to say test underscore stream underscore, and we'll just say 5555. Okay. So that's, and we'll say save changes. So leave. All right. So now we've got a stream. Okay. So it's just bare bones. We're not putting any other parameters to it. And then on this side, we're going to say view equals test. Actually, you know what? Just to make sure we don't screw this up, I'm going to copy all of this, copy and paste. And then we should be able to start this. Like I don't want to share my camera or my screen. I just want audio, but you can do this with video. So I'm going to show you quickly, there is a documentation, and I'll put this as a link as well, but docs.vdo.ninja. And there's all these URL parameters you can use. And we're going to use a number of them that I already know what I want to use, but you can always look them up on this page, and all kinds of parameters you can add. But we're going to say, first thing we're going to do here is say mic only. I think that's the right code. So then what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of that screen that shows you want to share your screen and do you want video. So right now it's going to immediately default to my default output, which is my Yeti mic. So I don't think you'll be hearing that twice. At least I hope you're not. But so if I drop this down, you're going to see these are all my outputs. Yours are going to be different. You might have, again, virtual audio cables. You might have voice meter. What I want to use is this VB matrix out. So this first part of um, the name or the description here is what you want to use. This VB audio matrix, you can see these are all the same in parentheses. That's not a unique identifier. So we want VB matrix, and I think it matters, do the caps. Whenever there's a space, we're going to do an underscore. So it'll be VB matrix underscore out underscore 2. That's what we want to set this to. So the way we do that, up in my screen up at the top, I'm going to say it's always use the ampersand. Think I said the and, but use the ampersand. And we're going to say audio, I think it's audio device. And if I have to equals VB matrix underscore out underscore 2. I think that's right. And I'm going to hit enter and go ahead and say leave because you're changing stream here. So you can see now that switched to VB matrix audio out. So now I can start anything that I play through VB matrix output will be played into the stream. You can see over here, this is just spinning because there's nothing for it to connect to yet. So let's for a second open up my VB matrix. So again, this is very similar to voice meter. The only difference is it does no audio processing. So matrix is just audio routing, which I like because I use a program called Equalizer APO to make sure that I have like noise suppression on my mic, anything I want to do to affect my mic. I do that separately. So I don't need any other processing. So if I click up here where it says matrix, I know it looks pretty daunting, but this is showing all of my inputs and outputs. You can see my speaker right here is the first inputs. So that's my Yeti Classic. So on the left-hand side are my inputs and the top here are my outputs. So right now what I'm doing is I have this RPG sounds, and then I have this Resonic Pro. This is what we're going to be using. This is using the virtual ASIO device in my VB matrix, but this is going out to, if you see where these dots or these dashes are going, it's going to be going out to VB matrix audio output 2. The reason there's 8 of these is because, or actually, yeah, I think there's 8. You can have up to 8 outputs. So I'm just doing stereo, but technically you could do like 7.1 if you want, but I'm just doing stereo. So once I connect my Resonic Pro and start playing that, it'll be going out through this matrix output 2. So let's hide this for a second. So now we've got the basics of the stream. So I'm going to copy this link and we'll kind of build this up as we go. So this is my push link. And again, this test stream can be whatever you want. And I'm going to do this one here. All right. So again, this is my view, vdo.ninja, push, and then whatever you want to name this, you can name this whatever you want. Just make sure the view is the exact same name. And then and mic only ensures that as soon as I launch this, it's just going to go right in. It's going to select the right output because I have audio device equals matrix, VB matrix output 2. So let's just start. Okay. I'm going to click start. And then you can see over here now, the players would view, if they clicked the link that you gave them, this vdo.ninja view link, and if they click play, then it's all connected now. So if I go up to this is gonna be a little bit hard to read, but I'm going to try to show you that I'm going to right click on the player, show stats. So let me just go through this. So on the left-hand side, it says the audio bitrate is 13 kilobits and the available output is 85. Over here, it's saying the bitrate is 13 kilobits. Nothing is playing yet. So let's start a track. I'm gonna go into my Monument Studios Wrath album, which I just received, and I'm gonna click on a track called East Watch. So you can hear that, and it sounds pretty bad. Okay, I'm gonna pause that. Give me a second. All right, so you might be thinking, gosh, why would I want to play that? Let me go back here for a second. And let me reboot the matrix. Okay. I don't know why it's got a little sound to it. Let's pause that for a second. I'm going to mute that. Okay. So obviously that was not ideal, but why is that? That's because it's coming over in mono. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to add a flag here called add and pro audio. So if I make that change on my end, it's going to kind of reset things. I'm going to hit the X up here, then I'm going to hit start. And if I hit refresh over here, okay, so there's the play button. So let's go back over here now. So I've got this pro audio. What that does, let's go look at that for a second. So I'm in the Ninja documents here. See if I can find pro audio, set up parameters. I want to go down to audio. Here we go, pro audio. So the basic note here is that it improves the audio quality, changes default audio setting, and sets the audio mode to stereo. So what it does is it gets rid of things like echo suppression, anything that is typically with that is handled with your mic. It, you know, if you want to get rid of, like I said, echoes or things like that, noise suppression. So it gets rid of that, and it allows you to output. If I scroll down just a little bit more here in details, I wanted to show you this. So for inbound audio streams, it can increase the bit rate from 32 kilobits to 256. A lot of audio streaming services do like 192 kilobits. So that's going to significantly improve your audio quality. However, we go back here. So now that I'm playing this, if I click play, see if, okay, good. It's not giving me that weirdness, at least at the moment. So see, there's a little bit of noise. But let's play that track again. So it's playing better, right? So let's look. It's still only playing 32, it looks like, though. So it's still not, show my stats. Looks like maybe it sounds a little better, but it's not doing a whole lot better. So let's pause that. And I'm going to go over here and make sure that I add my flag and pro audio. Okay, and just keep in mind that this was showing 32 kilobits. This was showing 32 kilobits. So let me hit refresh. So now these are in sync. I've got my pro audio flag here, my pro audio flag here. So let's hit play again. And then now let's hit that same track. Much, much better, right? And the audio quality is so much better. And you can see over here, let's look at these. I'm going to right click and show stats. Over here, you can see the audio bitrate is 262. So I think in general, it's trying to get it at 256. And over here, the input is coming in at 260, right? I'm gonna let that play for a second. And just to make sure you know, so I am not hearing this. This is not set to my speakers. It's going to the output. I'm hearing it through the connected player. So I'm hearing it just like you are. That sounds really good, and it's real time. It's really good. So the other thing we can do that I don't know that it makes a huge difference, but if you go back to the documents here, I'm going to see if I can find audio processing. Yeah, let's click down here. So this does, if you have a flag that says and no AP, it disables the web audio processing pipelines of inbound and outbound. So it can help reduce audio distortion, clicking, popping. I think you want to do it on both sides. So let's do that for now. We're going to say and no AP. Refresh. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We'll do it over here. So we're going to say and no AP. We'll leave. So we'll start that now. And then over here, we're going to add that flag and no AP. Hit return. So let's play that track again. don't know if it sounds better, but it sounds good. Yeah, it still sounds good. So I think I'll leave that just so that it helps my computer processing. So one more thing you can do, and again, you can decide if you for your stream if you want to change the bit rate. So let's go back over to the documentation, and we're going to scroll down. I didn't mean to do that. I was hoping, let's collapse this. Should be an audio, there's audio device. There should be an audio bit rate. I probably scrolling right by it. I'm trying to do this while I'm on screen. Yeah, let's just try to do it. I'm going to go back here and say, and equals audio bit rate. I'm going to say, sorry, and audio bit rate equals 320. Now you can go up to 510. Okay, so I'm going to hit return. So remember, this is showing 260, but it says the available output is 509. So you can go up to 510. But right now it says 260. So let's see what this does. And make sure you mirror this on the right-hand side too. So let's start. Let's go back over here and say, and audio bit rate equals 320. And hit play. So now let's try this one more time, same track. So you can see on the left-hand side of my screen here, the audio bit rate is now 327. Clock rate is 48,000 or 48 kilohertz and 48,000 hertz. That's what I set all my matrix outputs to. So that is showing 48,000 over here. We'll show 48,000. It's an Opus codecs. So that's it. I think that sounds pretty darn good. So let's kind of put it all together for a second. I'm going to copy this and go back down to my screen here. And again, I'll put these links in, but I just wanted to show you what did we do. Okay. So looking at these again, the streamer outgoing push link, vdo.ninja. And then again, it's always going to have question mark push equals whatever your stream name is. Make sure there's no spaces. No spaces, just do an underscore or something. And mic only, that way it'll take away any video. And then the audio device, you're going to make this whatever, this will be different for you, right? It might be VB, or sorry, a voice meter input or VM input, whatever, I forget what it's called on voice meter. It could be cable output. It could be VB cable output A. It just depends on what you want to send out to the stream. The and pro audio flag is putting it in stereo, and it's turning off noise suppression, echo cancellation, etc. The no AP is taking off the audio processing that occurs over the web, and that's just different and unique from the noise suppression. And then finally, again, this one I'd probably say is not necessary. If you really want to play around with it and you have a lot of processing power and you're not worried about using a higher bit rate, you could change it. I don't think it does a lot, to be honest. I mean, if you really want to try to go up to 500 to test your system or 510, go for it. But I think I will typically leave this off. But 320, I do think is how, I think that's how some of the, I know I said 192 is typically what people use. I do think 320, some of the more higher quality audio streams, like maybe even YouTube music videos, I'm not sure. But that would be 320. And then down here, you're marrying most of the things you did up here. You have your test stream. So all of this is the exact same except view instead of push. And then you make sure you have the and pro audio. And then I would still have the and no AP. And then again, if you don't want to worry about the bit rate, you could literally stop it here. Then I would probably take it off. I think you need to up here too. So I will post these links in the video, but that's a really easy way. It really is pretty easy. But then again, you're going to take this view link, give it to your players, and any players, if you have 3 or 4 players or whatever, they can all post that link in their browser and they can click play. And when they do, they'll have a little volume control down here as well. So if they want to change the volume, obviously they can just move this up or down. But that's it. I love vdo.ninja and the fact that it's free. And Steve, I think his last name is Seguin. a developer out of Canada. He's been doing this now for years and he continues to enhance it. Check it out if you want to use it for video and you're like OBS streams. It's great. But I hope that's helpful to you. And again, the best audio solution I've found, and it's 100% free, absent maybe some donation if you're going to use something like BB Audio Matrix or Voice Meter. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, happy gaming.